All right, today we're going to be looking at what's called in the NBA as point, right? Which is basically, it's just a high pin, which is where a player is here, let's say the ball is here, and typically the 5 is coming to set this high pin down here for the 2, okay? I'm going to be looking at that point series into some like Princeton looks, right? We'll go like some over and under looks. I'll explain all of that just a moment. Okay, so point series Princeton look again, right? All right, so here's what we got. We got our 1 here with the ball. We'll say 5 here, 2 here. I'm just putting numbers, but typically I want my 2 as a shooter, as a pretty solid shooter, right? So the 5 again is going to set this high pin down for the 2, who's looking to come off here and preferably either get a shot right off that in this little pocket here, boom, or he's looking to curl around this thing all the way to the rim, right? So let's say he comes off there, he doesn't have a shot, my point guard hits him there, and then the 5 would immediately turn into a ball screen, right? That's just kind of like a really simple action off this point action. Okay, obviously if 2's guys overplaying or top locking them, which is basically not letting them come off this high pin, this point action, he can always backdoor, and 1's either looking to hit him there or just reading 3's defender, whether he pulls over and maybe I have a skip there, et cetera, just kind of playing out of it, right? So, all right, so now let's look at our Princeton actions out of it, right? We got this point action happening, 5 coming to get the 2. So let's say the 2 comes off this and he's not open off this. What I like to teach and what I think is really useful, and this is how you can really get into a really good continuity off this, where it's not just the 2 getting it, either he has a shot or a ball screen, but where I'm getting a lot more off-ball movement is 2 comes off this, he's not open, so he's going to curl all the way through here, get out to the strong side, 4 is going to lift a little bit, and now the 1 and the 5 are going to play off a hit action. So 5's going to flash back to the ball. I don't really like it there. I would preferably flash back closer to that 3-point line. 1 would hit him. All right, so now I got... All right, let's see if we can get through this. Boom, 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 boom. So now I got my 2 here in the corner, 4 there, 5 there. 1 just hit him, right? So now we're going to look at our Princeton actions, okay? So one thing I can do is 1 could come over this for a get action, a chase, where it's a dribble handoff, and he's either getting downhill or I go to this dribble handoff, I get it, I don't have anything, I turn and back it out, 5 going to a screen, right? But what I like a lot, which is some Princeton concept here, is I can go into an over or an away after I hit. So over would be I hit the 5 and I'm cutting over the top of him and setting the screen for the 3. And now me in the 3, the 1 and the 3, are playing off a split action, which is if 3's man is overplaying it, he back cuts, then 1 is popping back to the ball, right? Or if 3 comes off this, boom, 1 is slipping. Or if 1's setting this and he sees it's a switch and they're not playing it well, he can just slip immediately and 3's popping back for the ball. Or I could go 3 wraps around and setting the screen for the 1, 1's coming back, 3's slipping. So that is a really good concept, really good continuity, really good off-ball movement. So let's say 3 back cuts here, his man is overplaying, 1 pops back to the ball. 5 can either hit him for a shot, he can go to a DHO, he can hit him and go screen, right? A lot of different options we can do off that. Okay, so that is the over concept. Now let's talk about away. So 2 Princeton concepts we're going over is Princeton. We got over, which is cutting over the ball, right? And then away. I guess you could say chasing there as well. Why not? Off that hit to the 5, 1 hit in the 5. So now we're going into the away action where one hits 5, and I'm going to go screen down for the 4, going away from the ball. Again, it's basically the same thing. 4 can back cut, 1 can slip. Either way, 1 is slipping, 1's going up. We're always going into that split action, looking for backdoors, easy opportunities. Okay, so let's say 4 comes off this, boom, 1 slipping, 5 can either DHO or hit him for a shot, and then going right into a ball screen, right? This is a very simple concept, this point action, right, to get into a great secondary offense flowing into continuity in my half-court possession. Great concept to put in for your team.